Yes. Hello, my dear students. Today, the topic that we will discuss is firms' equilibrium under perfect competition in the short run, modern approach. Now, we all know perfect competition is that market situation in which the firm is just a price taker, not price maker. And accordingly, ARMR curve runs parallel to x-axis. And as per modern approach, a perfectly competitive firm is said to be in equilibrium if these two conditions are satisfied. First condition is MC equal to MR, that is marginal cost is equal to marginal revenue at the point of equilibrium of the firm. And secondly, MC curve intersects MR curve from below. That is, at the point of intersection, marginal cost curve should be rising. As we observe in this diagram, output is measured along x-axis, cost, revenue, and price is measured along y-axis, and ARMR curve runs parallel to x-axis. As OP is the price which is determined by the industry and accepted by the firms. Now this is MC curve. The MC curve cuts ARMR curve at 2 points, E and E dash. Now, which is the permanent point of equilibrium? E or E dash. Now, at point E, what we observe at point E, first condition is satisfied that at point E, marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost. That is EQ1. But what we observe that in this case, marginal cost curve cuts ARMR curve from above. That is, marginal cost curve is sloping downward. That is, if the producer increases the output after OQ1 level, the marginal cost is less than that of the average revenue or the price. So it is beneficial for the firm to continue the production. So permanent equilibrium point of perfectly competitive firm is E dash, where MC is equal to MR and MC cuts ARMR curve from below. That is, at this point of equilibrium, MC is rising. That is, after OQ2 output level, if the firm increases the production, it is not beneficial for the firm to continue. Reason being, cost is more, price is less. So E dash is the point of equilibrium where MC equal to MR and MC cuts ARMR curve from below. Now, we determine that at what point the firm is in equilibrium under perfect competition. Now, at this equilibrium point, the firm may enjoy supernormal profits, may enjoy normal profits, or may suffer losses. Now, in order to determine that, we have to introduce the concept of average revenue and average cost. As we observe in diagram A, ARMR curve runs parallel to x-axis. This is average cost curve which lies below ARMR curve, and MC curve cuts ARMR curve at point E. We all know in cost and cost curve chapter that MC cuts AC curve at its minimum point. So that we observe that MC cuts ARMR curve at point E. E is the point of equilibrium. If we observe at this point E, what is price OP, what is average cost? If we drag this line from point E downward to Q1, we came to know that cost, it is at point T. So it means this shaded area PCTE refers to supernormal profits, which is the difference between total revenue and total cost. As we observe, average revenue is greater than average cost. Average revenue is EQ1 and average cost is TQ1. Okay, so EQ1 is greater than TQ1. So SNP, supernormal profit, is equal to total revenue minus total cost. Now, what is total revenue? Price into output sold, OP into OQ1. So OPEQ1 refers to total revenue. What is total cost? OC into OQ1. So OCTQ1 is total cost. The difference between the two, this is shaded area PCTE, which refers to supernormal profits. Thereafter, the firm may enjoy normal profits. Now, in this case, what we observe that ARMR curve runs parallel to x-axis and AC curve, its minimum point coincides with the ARMR curve. And MC curve cuts ARMR curve from below at point E dash. So E dash is the point of equilibrium, and at this point, what we observe, average revenue is equal to average cost. Okay, that is OP is equal to E dash Q1. So in this case, the total revenue is equal to total cost. That is normal profit, OPE dash Q1, normal profit. Thereafter, in the short run, as old firms cannot leave the industry in case of losses, so the firm also suffers from losses in the short run. Now in this diagram, what we observe that average cost curve lies above ARMR curve. And MC cuts MR from below at point E. So E is the point of equilibrium. If we take this line upward up to point AC in order to determine the average cost, what we see that price is OP and cost is OC dash. So cost is more than price. So the firm is suffering losses, which is exhibited by this shaded area C dash P E T dash. Losses, total cost minus total revenue. Total cost is OC dash into OQ1. So this area OC dash T dash Q1. And what is total revenue? OP into OQ1, that is OPEQ1. So total cost is more than total revenue. So the firm is suffering from losses. Now the question is why the firm continue the production even in case of losses in the short run? Now we know in the short period, total cost is sum total of fixed cost and variable cost. So if in case of losses, the firm is continuing the production, the reason behind that may be that whatever price is available in case of losses, it is covering some part of fixed cost. As we observe in this diagram, let's see in what we see in this diagram. This is average cost curve. This is average variable cost curve. In cost and cost curve chapter, you have already studied that as output increases, the gap between AC and AVC declines. Reason behind? Fixed cost. So this is a marginal cost curve, which cuts AVC and AC at their minimum points, and ARMR curve at point E1. Now at point E1, the firm is in equilibrium, but it is suffering losses equal to this shaded area, which we have already discussed in the previous diagram, C diagram. Now, why the firm continue the production? This is price OP. This is total cost. Okay. Now, total cost is T1 Q1. Out of this, K1 Q1 is variable cost and T1 K1 is fixed cost. Now, price OP covers this much part of fixed cost also, E1 K1. So that's why the firm continue the production. Reason being, if it stops the production, even in that case, it will have to suffer this much fixed cost. But by continuing the production, it can cover this much part of fixed cost also. So that's why even in case of losses, the firm continue the production. Now, where the shutdown point will be determined then? Shutdown point is that point where price becomes equal to minimum of average variable cost, as we observe in this diagram. Now, at this point is shutdown point. Now, what this diagram exhibits, this is average cost curve. This is average variable cost curve. Initial point of equilibrium is determined at point E1, where MC cuts AR equal to MR curve at point E1. Now, at this point, this price OP covers this much part of fixed cost also. Total cost is T1 Q1 at the initial point of equilibrium. This much part is variable cost, but T1 up to this point, you add this point over here, let's say K1, this much of fixed cost, out of this much part is covered by the price available in the market. But if price declines from OP to OP1, then new AR1 equal to MR1 curve is there, and MC curve cuts this curve at point E2. Now at point E2, the firm is in equilibrium, but the price available OP1, it just covers variable cost only. Fixed cost in this case is T2 E2, but no part of fixed cost is covered by the available price in the market. So definitely now the firm will stop doing production. So shutdown point is that point where price becomes equal to average variable cost. So now I think you people have clear that how the shutdown point is determined, that at what point in case of losses, the perfectly competitive firm will stop doing production. That's all, beta. Thank you.